Hello everyone, it's me Simona, and I want to welcome you to this episode of Extraordinary Living Through Christ, where we discuss practical methods and tips to help us live the abundant, the joyful, the prosperous, the extraordinary life that Christ desires for each of us to live. Today, I want to give you 2 secrets to having a healthy prayer life. Sometimes it seems so hard to connect with God. You know how it is. You have every intention to spend time with Him, to get up and pray and connect, but for whatever reason, it just doesn't happen. Your day begins and your prayer time seems to slip through the cracks, and before you know it, a day has gone by, 2 days have gone by, a week, God forbid even a month or months have gone by, and you haven't connected with God. And as Christians, we know that this is a no-no. Prayer is a secret to our power, and we have to take the time to spend in communion with God. But thankfully, Jesus understood that we were going to encounter this problem, and through the example of His life, He gives us a solution. In Mark chapter 1, verse 35, it says, "And in the morning, rising up a great while before day, He went out and departed into a solitary place, and there prayed." Now, there are 2 key things that we find that Jesus did in this verse. First, He got up early in the morning to pray. And 2, He went to a solitary place. Now, why did Jesus do this? He got up early in the morning and sought God because He knew that He was going to encounter some stuff once the day got started. And He needed protection, He needed guidance, He needed counsel, He needed covering. So He had to seek God for this, for the power that He was going to need to face His day. And second, He sought a solitary spot because He needed privacy. He wanted to talk to God and just pour out His heart and have that intimate kind of conversation that no one else needed to hear. So He found a solitary spot. Now, when I was single, it was easy for me to roll out of my bed and get on my knees and pray. I really didn't have any distractions. I was in my apartment alone. But then I got married, and after that I had children, and for all you parents out there, you know, once you have kids, your life is no longer your own. There are distractions everywhere, and I mean everywhere. And although I really hadn't thought about Mark 1:35 at the time, I found myself waking up earlier to spend time with God. I had to try to wake up a little bit earlier before the kids woke up just to get a prayer in. And then I found myself in a solitary place, not because I was necessarily looking for a solitary place, because I was hiding. I had to hide from my kids. Once they got mobile, they were looking for me everywhere. So, unbeknownst to me, I found myself following the counsel of Jesus, waking up early to pray, and doing it in a solitary place. Now, here's one thing that I know. Nobody had a greater prayer life than Jesus. And what I also know, each of us can have the same prayer life and the same power that Jesus had if we follow the examples that Jesus has given us. And we can do it. Now, I don't know how your prayer life is, if it's healthy, if it's not healthy, or if it's non-existent. But if it's not where it should be, won't you commit with me to waking up just a little bit early before you start your day and spending time with God and finding that solitary spot where you can commune with Him in privacy without distraction? Maybe it's a closet. Maybe it's a bathroom, a basement. I don't know. Wherever you can find a spot to be in quiet communion, find it. Do what you have to do so that you can have the power that Christ had.